Good day, everybody. Brian here. It is June 14th, 2:15 Eastern Standard Time. Let's go over a very, very important message. I think a lot of people like yourself may be pondering regarding jobs versus trading, algo trading, automated trading. So I got this response to an email I sent out regarding just some technical analysis, whatnot. This response came in pretty friendly, but he's real. In brief, yes, fairly confident in my own system, still learning as a beginner, but in my first year figured out enough to make consistent gains. That's hard to do. Unfortunately, it just didn't make financial sense to continue with such a small account when I would grow more with an actual day job. So here we go. This is the benefit of a day job, as it required extensive time and research at my end. Yes, I get how algo trading can significantly reduce the time when it follows the rules, but I'm leery of having computer actually execute trades without my input, as opposed to using it to develop a specialized stock screener. I've said it enough times. Stock screening is how you get, or stock, whatever asset class, to figure out what your hot hot assets or instruments are to trade at that moment. I'm not actively trading now, but took a full quant course from a reputable institution. I don't think there is such thing as reputable, to be honest. Just because it's from a bank or a hedge fund doesn't mean anything. Read, and really it's all determined by if they have a track record and can prove the track record consistently for profit, which is 99.9% of the time. Read and reading several books, and spent 2021 in trial and error until I figured some things out. Okay, let's talk about this. I talk about this a lot, and really important to understand. There's a difference between trading for a living and trading for retirement, or trading for wealth creation. First things first, and I've said this many times in the past, but most people, because I put out a lot of content, this message does get lost in the shuffle. When you are, especially now with the way things have proven themselves to be in a really downward spiral, in any asset class, just the whole financial system, I guess you could call it, in a downward spiral, you need to have a methodology where you're able to earn income to pay your bills, and to be able to have a lifestyle in which you can maintain, and at worst case scenario still be able to have some source of income. Okay, so if you're going to try to do that exclusively on trading, you will most likely give up like this person. But he's found success, so that's one aspect of what I'm trying to say. So you have to have two sources of income. One for basic bills, and if it's a job, it's a job. You got to do what you got to do, right? Then you have a second account, or a second income stream, even if it's small, to be able to use for, as I said, wealth creation or trading or retirement. And that's it. You don't dip into it. You have to grow what you profit and put it back in the market. The more you deploy, and if he's got a really successful system that's generating consistent gains, it's those gains that you can go from, in my case, from $250 to over $8,000 in a matter of 2 years. Okay, so if you imagine you can take that in the next 2 years and still maintain a system for those kind of returns, they compound in huge ways. And that's the whole benefit of algo trading, the whole benefit of automated trading. And even if you have to do it discretionary or manually. But that's the point. But here's the other problem that he's caught up in, talking about time. Reduce the time when it follows the rules, but I'm leery of having computer execute trades. I get that. But there's ways to measure the market, and saying you want to trade, not trade, and do what I do. Just park whatever you have in US dollar. Right there you're making okay money, because US dollar is going up. So outside of that, having a system that gains, that's great. Keep that moving, but measure risk and know when to trade, not trade, and diversify. Now in terms of trading, with a job, there's something called trading time for money. The wealthy do not do that. The wealthy, extreme wealthy, and those that go from 0 to extreme wealth don't do that. They focus on income streams. They look for easy, consistent income streams, multiple. They can have 10, 20 of them. That's how they're able to build out wealth. That's why they push real estate for the rental income, because that's consistent, or royalties in a business, or dividend in a stock. Okay, that's income. That's consistent, and that's what the wealthy do. So if you took the same approach and built trading systems that were able to generate small income, keep it going, and compound, you're now going to be farther ahead. Now, in terms of, as I said, time for money. So if you're taking time out of your day to work for some job to allow some other guy or person to build wealth off of your labor, that's up to you. But that's not how the capitalist system works, as you know. But again, that's something I wouldn't do or would not want to, but under extreme economic conditions that we're in, you have no choice. So you have to diversify your income and find consistent, even small generating income streams. And that's what really it's about. So algo trading enables that. Now, if you have 3, 4, or 5 of these little trading systems that generate small income, now you've doubled, you've added more to income streams. And that's what algo trading is about. But again, you don't touch it. It's for your retirement, for your wealth creation, and you don't live off it. Because if you do, you're going to dry it up pretty fast. Where the income comes in, if you can find ways to cover those basic bills and maintain a lifestyle that you really can afford, then you're good to go. So let's talk about more stuff that he's talking about here. I use a combination of trend, momentum, volume, and sentiment indicators with a modified 7 strategy. Now, there's so many of these lingo. I don't know what it means. Okay, I've never heard of it, but momentum, trend, volume, sentiment indicators, I get it. Okay, those work. He's found a system to make consistent gains. So make another one and keep trading it. Okay. I'm no expert, just a beginner, but find ETFs the easiest way to get started. Now, if you know, especially last night's webinar, I talked about that. Been talking about it for the last few months. So if you follow along with crypto, I think crypto's past its prime now. Will it bounce back? I don't know. But I think with the way the government's going, we can't fight that. And the restrictions and regulations they're bringing in, it's pretty crazy. Basically taking away our financial means of finding ways to independently generate revenue. But ETFs is good. It's easy. If you want to be a futures trader, an options trader, go ahead. It's higher risk. ETFs are slow and steady. You can treat it like a stock, and you can go into any area where there's income, regardless of where the economy is. There's always an ETF for whatever you want. The other generator for me is currencies, and I'm finding currencies all the time. Now, I've been doing pretty good, but a lot of people don't believe the returns, and that's fine. But the same report, the same chart that you may have seen on my YouTube channel shows 2-point plus Sharpe ratio consistently, and I can generate those day in and day out. So what I'm saying is, if you're able to follow my new service I'm going to have, just to follow these trading baskets, and they're automatically weighted as well for weighting on allocation of capital, and follow that daily or generate your own, or basically what I'm saying is, I'm doing all the heavy lifting to show you where the growth is. And that is how you generate wealth, because you're generating in a multitude of times 3 on average over a year, actually over a short period of time. So again, for anyone who's a skeptic about it, that's up to you. As I keep, my response to that is enjoy your hot dog stand, enjoy your bus ride to your hot dog stand, because let's face it, we can all have jobs, but with this recession, and nobody talks about the AI that's coming to replace your job, and let alone the company that you work for, are probably going to do major calls. I mean, I'll be doing a report on 16% of the Coinbase, okay, staff being cut. That's where we're at. So that's our future, and that's not steady, and it's going to be probably long and deep. So if you want to be a skeptic, I don't know how you're going to survive, but however you do, you do. So best in fortune and luck to you. Thank you. Same to this guy as well. That's where it's at. So it's one thing to talk about problems, but let's talk about solutions. Uh, First solution is, as you know, I've got my form here. You can opt into my email list if you want it. Some's free, some's marketing. I don't release any of your information whatsoever. Secondly, yeah, let's go into pitch mode because I got to keep the lights on here as well. I don't eat likes and comments, okay, coming off of social media. Go to my new store, revamped store in the catalog. There's a couple of products that may help you. Everyone's different. Everyone has different goals. But if you're looking for consistent, as I said, with the trading basket stuff, this is where you go under the quant analytics. Right now, I'm introducing a new service here with monthly billing. It's $47. You subscribe to this one. Don't go through the regular checkout. That's a monthly service. Right now, it's $47 introductory price. And we'll leave it at that, okay? Because I don't know any other way more affordable, fair enough for what you're getting, plus private community through my private chat server as well. So I'm building that out now. I don't think people are interested anymore in paying for courses on algo trading and stuff. I think there's either too many skeptics or too many people have been burnt badly for it. We'll leave it at that, okay? And again, we're at, if you want to get on the email, it's quantlabs.net/banking. Okay, hopefully I've straightened this guy out, or at least given him some further things to think about, and we'll leave it at that, okay? Thanks for watching, and we shall talk to you later. Have a good day.